attitude diseases are like garden weeds. It's normal to have some negativity in life. Remember, negative is normal. It's not good, but it's there. You must deal with the negative. Don't just ignore it. Some people say to look away from problems. They suggest ignoring the bad things. I think you should face them. You don't have to stay with the bad. Just handle it. We're writing a book about good versus evil. This battle affects us all from birth. It's everywhere, in our thoughts, work, and even governments. If good people do nothing, evil grows. There's advice that says work 6 days, rest 1, maybe 5 work days and 2 rest days are okay. Working hard is better than being lazy. If we rest too much, problems can grow. Good can beat evil, but we have to act. If we do nothing, problems will take over. If you're busy, how long can you wait to take them back? As long as you want. They're no challenge, but stay active. That's why it's 6 and 1. Don't lose the battle by removing too much. Guess the average retirement years? 6, which means keep working. Your chances are low. It's a fight of good against evil. Spot the bad, fix it, and move on. Let's list the attitude problems that ruin your success. One harmful word is neglect. A week of ignoring things could need a year to fix. So what should we watch for? Here's the list. If you made it, it would match mine. We're not learning new things today. We're just reviewing. But reviewing helps. Here's the list. The first bad attitude is not caring. Some people don't care and just drift through life. It's called being too relaxed. You must care to win. Drifting won't get you to the top. The Bible says to live with passion or not at all. Hot is best, cold second. Not lukewarm. Choose a way and give it your all. If it's wrong, you'll know sooner. My staff heard that adversity is almost as good as success. Be inspired or desperate to do better. I hope something pushes you to try harder, read more, set goals, and achieve them. When working with someone, I value passion the most. I want someone who cares deeply about anything. They should think it's true, even if they don't agree. Amazing, even if they argue a lot. Winning them over isn't simple, but it's better than raising the dead. Cheer them up often. Keep boosting their spirits. Pump them up. I pass. The good Lord needs a leader for the early Christians. Remember the early days of the Christians, not like today. If you were to stand up in the early days and say, I'm a Christian, cut off your head, toss you and your wife in jail, let you rot. I mean, those were ugly days. Being a Christian back then was not called socially acceptable. The Los Angeles Coliseum didn't host 125,000 people for Billy Graham on Sunday. That was before. When Christians were in the Coliseum back then, things were different. People said to avoid the Coliseum, especially on Sundays. Last Sunday, the score was Lions 33, Christians 0. Back then, Christians had very hard times. In bad times, you need a strong leader. Guess who God chose? Saul from Tarsus, that's who. I would have chosen him too. So would you. Everyone would have picked Saul. Saul was amazing at whatever he did. Everyone knew when Saul joined something. He did things with all his energy. They called him All-Out Saul. But at first it wasn't good. Saul really disliked Christians. That's not a good leader, right? Hating Christians won't work. Somehow Saul started hating Christians. And he hated them so bad, every time somebody would say Christian, he'd fly into a rage. And I guess he decided one life or one day, it was his mission in life to get rid of all the Christians. He was Saul anyhow, could do most anything he wanted to. So he got in these letters of authority to go around to the various communities and hunt down the Christians. They said, do whatever you want to. With them, Saul, they're unpopular anyhow. Drag them in the streets, whip them, stone them, torture them, kill them. You mentioned the name Saul from Tarsus to the early Christians. I'll tell you what they'd do. They would run away, hide, lock up, and leave. I've been in Rome's underground tunnels where they hid. He was very mean. Remember Saul from the story? One day he headed to Damascus. He learned about new Christians and got very angry. So, he went to Damascus. The story tells us he was furious. It says he threatened and wanted to hurt people on his way. This shows he felt strongly, right? That's really intense. On his way to Damascus, Saul was struck by a bright light from heaven. It made him fall off his horse and blinded him for 3 days. God chose Saul for a special reason. Soon after, Saul turned into a Christian and changed his name to Paul. He became a great leader. Paul later wrote that he now loves what he used to hate. The lesson is to give your all in everything you do. If you work hard, it will lead to new chances or show if you need a change. Don't wait for a better job to do your best. Work hard wherever you are. Don't do half a job for a full day's pay. This can really change your life. Another bad attitude is not being able to decide. Indecision can become a real problem, but you have to choose, even if you're scared of making a mistake. A life with many decisions is exciting. Even the wrong choices teach you for next time. So try to make more decisions and enjoy the adventure. Get rid of indecision. It's a bad disease. Doubt is next, and it spreads like sickness. Self-doubt is one of the worst. People doubt their abilities and future. This can really hurt your chances in life. To fix this, start believing in yourself. Knowing your own value helps you improve. Worrying too much is another big problem. It can cause all sorts of troubles. I used to worry a lot but stopped. It's hard but worth it to stop worrying. Life without worry is wonderful, even with challenges. Being too careful can hold you back. Don't be too scared to take chances. Risky things happen to everyone, even if you don't try. Not trying or investing can cost you more. Marriage, kids, and business all have risks. Putting your money into things can be risky. Life itself is full of risks. We all know that life ends. The Englishman decides to take a chance anyway. He thinks we should just try it. Some look for safety more than anything. They prefer staying safe in one spot. We could keep them safe and bring food. We promise to take good care of them. Nothing bad will happen and they might live long. But the man questions living just to be safe. He wonders if that's really living at all. Instead of safety, seek out adventures. A short, exciting life beats a long, dull one. How you live matters more than how long. Now let's talk about being pessimistic. Pessimists always see the negative side. They focus on problems and why things won't work. They lead unhappy lives by thinking this way. They don't look for what's right, only the bad. They enjoy finding faults, which is sad. Pessimists miss beauty like sunsets because of dirt on windows, and they quickly list reasons for failure. They don't see that one reason is enough. For them, the glass is never full enough. But optimists see the same glass as half full. It's all about how you view things. Our thoughts shape how we experience life. Good thinking habits are important, but that's for another time. Chuck Drawer once told me, poor thinking leads to poverty. It's not about working hard, but thinking well. Shuf said our minds are like factories. What we think about fills this mental factory. Your life's foundation comes from the economy, society, and money. He shared a saying, "What you think becomes reality." I was hooked when he spoke about negative thinking. I'd start my day with the newspaper and coffee. The news was full of debate, challenge, and disasters. For some reason, I liked reading it all. I'd absorb this and begin my day. Imagine how my days went. You end up weak financially. People might call you an economic lightweight. If someone wants to be a leader, first look at their books. What you read really shapes your mind. Some people's reading choices are shocking. A lot of it is just junk. Filling your head with junk won't lead to a successful life. It's like trying to bake using cement. Once I talked to students in Connecticut. They asked smart questions. One asked how to live well. I said it's simple but not easy. Start with good thoughts. Thoughts are powerful. I told them careful thinking is key. If someone puts sugar or poison in my coffee, it changes everything. Your enemy can add sugar, and a friend can accidentally poison you. Be aware and choose wisely. Lesson 2, watch your coffee. Be careful with it. It doesn't matter who gives you bad coffee. It can still hurt your money, no matter where it comes from. Mr. Schoof told me, "Jim, protect your mind every day." That's very important. Guard your thoughts. You choose what to think about. Don't let others fill your head with bad stuff. You must live with those thoughts.